Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Prapti and today we'll make these cute crochet jellyfish. Check out my Etsy store Soft Stitches Studios. So let's get started. For this project you will need 3 different colors of yarn. I used white, purple, and magenta, but you can use any colors you would like. I used a 4.5mm hook, a darning needle, and a stitch marker. And you will need some polyfill, or you can get some old stuffing from my pillow. Okay, so now we're gonna start the base of our jellyfish. So we're gonna start with the base. I'm using white, but you can use any color out of your 3 yarn colors. So to start off, we're gonna slip knot. You can use any method, just doing a normal slip knot. Put your hook in. And now we're going to do a fake magic ring. So chain 3, 2, 3, and slip stitch into the first chain you made. So put your hook in, yarn over, and then pull through. So you should have 1 loop on your hook, and chain 1. So that is your magic ring. And now we will do our crochets in this hole right here. So in this tiny hole, we will do our crochets. So now we're going to start row 1. So for row 1, we're going to do 6 single crochets. So put your hook in the hole. It'll be kind of hard, but just squeeze it in, yarn over, and then pull through both loops. And make sure to mark this stitch with a stitch marker. So put your stitch marker in, and that is your first single crochet. And this will be important later to know, so it's important you mark it. Now you will do 5 more. So yarn over, pull through. Whoops. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I just have 1 more left. 6. Okay, so that is your 6 single crochets. Now we can start row 2. So now what you have to do is slip stitch into the first chain you made. So this chain right here, not where your stitch marker is, but next to it. Now we're gonna go into a chain, just 1 loop of the chain, pull a loop, and slip stitch. And that is row 1. Now for row 2, we're going to be increasing in each of the stitches. So that basically means that you put 2 single crochets in each stitch. So now what we're going to do is remove your stitch marker and place a single crochet. And now place another single crochet in the same spot. So into this right here. And now you have 2. I forgot to mark the first one, I'm sorry. But make sure you mark your first stitch. And that is your increase. Now we're just going to do that for every stitch. So loop, first single crochet, second single crochet. 1, 2. 1 and 2. 1, 2. Now we're gonna go into the slip stitch, and we're going to go through, wait, make sure you count where you are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we have the correct number of stitches. So now we're going to start our third row, and we're going to slip stitch into that slip stitch chain and chain 1. That's how you will start every new row. Now for this row, we're going to be doing 1 single crochet and then an increase. So I'll just show you. Now we're going to remove our stitch marker and just do 1 single crochet in that first stitch. Do not increase. Put your stitch marker. And now in the second stitch, we're going to be doing 2 single crochets. So 1 and now 2. Now we're going to be doing 1 again, no increases, and in the second stitch we'll do an increase. So after this stitch you should have 18 stitches in total. So if you are a beginner, I recommend counting after each row. So that was our double. Now we're going to do another stitch. Now increase in the next one. 1, 2, and then do a single crochet, then increase, now do a single crochet normally, now do an increase, and then do a normal stitch, just 1, and then do an increase. Make sure you are ending on an increase, so your last stitch should have 2 stitches in it. And now we're going to end the row, and we're just going to go in the chain 1 we made earlier and slip stitch, and then chain 1 again. And now that is our third row. And now for our fourth row, we're going to be just single crocheting in every stitch. So there will be no increases, just crochet like normal. So just do 1 stitch in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should have 18 when you're finished. Okay, now we will do 2 single crochets and then an increase. So remove your stitch marker and then put a single crochet like normal. And then in the next stitch do a single crochet like normal. But now we will have to do 2 single crochets, an increase basically. So you'll do 1 and then you'll do 2. So just repeat this like normal and then just do 1 single crochet, then another single crochet, and then an increase. Now we will start row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And now for this row, you should just single crochet in each stitch like normal. So first we're going to slip stitch in the chain. Whoops, I accidentally twisted this stitch, so let me repeat. And now just slip stitch and then chain 1. Okay, now just single crochet in every chain. Now just first single crochet, just single crochet like normal, do not increase or anything. So single crochet, now for this row we're going to be doing 3 single crochets and then an increase. So just like before, we're going to do 3 normal single crochets. So 1 stitch marker, and then 2, and then 3. And now we're going to be doing an increase. And then just do 2 in the same spot, and now do 3 like normal. 1, 2, 3. And then do an increase, increase. Just making sure. Okay. Now do 3. And then increase. Okay, now we can see the dome is really forming. So it kind of looks like the top of the jellyfish. And now we're just going to single crochet in every stitch. So just slip stitch in the chain and chain 1. And now just do single crochet and put your stitch marker back on, and now just do a single crochet in every stitch. Now we're finished. We're just going to slip stitch in the chain. There's one more stitch, I believe. Yes, sorry, I missed one stitch. Make sure you are looking at where you're crocheting, because otherwise you'll miss a stitch. Okay, now once you're finished, just slip stitch into the chain, then chain 1, and that is the part done. Now we just have one more row of increase to do, and that is just to do 4 single crochets and then an increase. So just do single crochet like normal, and then just do another one, 3rd, then 4. Now on the 5th one you're just going to do 2, so an increase. And now for your next row you will just be doing single crochets all around, and after you are done you will meet me and then we'll go to the next part. Okay, so now after you have done the row of just single crocheting along, now we can start with decreasing the rows. So for the let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For the 11th row we will be doing 4 single crochets and then a decrease. So I'll show you how to do that. So just start off by normal and then just do your first single crochet, place your stitch marker, and then do 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, then 4. And now for your decreases, we will be decreasing these 2 stitches. So just place your hook into the first loop. So in the V, the first stitch. So the one that's closest to you, place it there. And then for the second stitch you want to decrease, just get that V, same V, first loop, and then you will have 2 of these. And now just yarn over and pull through both of them. And now just single crochet like normal. And then that is how you do an invisible decrease. So this just makes it less chunky and you just have a smoother looking decrease. Now we're just going to do 4 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, and I'll show you how to decrease again. So just go into the first stitch you want to decrease and put your hook in, then the second stitch, put your hook in, then pull through both of them, and then single crochet like normal. So now for your 12th row, we're just going to do 3 single crochets and a decrease. So single crochet like normal, and then do 2 more. In total you will have 3, and now just do a decrease. So first 2 loops of the stitches, pull yarn over, pull through, and then just pull through for a normal single crochet, and it should look like this. Now just do 3 more, 2, 3 single crochets, then decrease. So first 2 loops, decrease. Okay, so once you're finished doing row 12, which was single crocheting 3 times and then decreasing, we're gonna be doing row 13, which will just be 2 single crochets and then decrease. So I've already done a slip stitch and chain 1. So now I'm gonna remove our stitch marker, and then we're going to single crochet, and then place your stitch marker again. And now we're just going to be doing another single crochet, which was 2 single crocheting. And now we're going to do decrease, so just go in the first 2 loops, the stitches, and pull up a loop, and then pull through both. And now we're going to be doing our 14th row, which will just be doing 1 single crochet and then decreasing. So now remove your stitch marker, then do a single crochet, place your stitch marker, and now we're just going to be doing a decrease. Since this was our first single crochet, just going to be decreasing, and then do 1 single crochet, then decrease. And now we are on our 15th row, which will just be decreasing, so there'll be no single crochets. So you can now just remove your stitch marker, we won't be needing it, and now just start decreasing in every stitch. So that's our first decrease, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And we can start by placing our stuffing now. So grab your stuffing and just fluff it out for a better texture. And now you can remove your hook. It makes it easier to place it, and just stab it inside. So just push it inwards. There we go. And we need more stuffing. So I'm just gonna grab my stuffing. Okay, so grab more stuffing, fluff it out, and then grab more stuffing, and then fill it in, There's no right measurement for the amount of stuffing you'll need, just make sure it's the right thickness that you would like. So you could put less stuffing and it'll be less thick, and you could pour more stuffing and the shape will be more defined. So there's no right amount. That looks good, but I kind of want more stuffing here, so just going to put some more. And you can see that the shape of the jellyfish is forming. And that is all the stuffing I'll put. So now, once you have finished, just put your stuffing aside. And I just have this yarn that's stuck together. Okay. And now we're just going to be Okay, so let me just do the decrease. Okay, now we're just going to be decreasing till we have the right amount. So until the hole gets small. So we're just going to place our hook into the 2 stitches, then pull up a loop, and then slip stitch. And I think I'll just do 1 because the hole is quite small already. And now all you need to do to unfasten is just chain 1, and then you can cut your yarn, and I'll show you how to weave it in. Okay, so once you have chained 1 and then fastened off, and you make sure you cut a long piece of thread so you can weave it in easier. And now we're just going to weave it in. So what I like to do is just pull up a V from each stitch. So right now I have 3, just get 3 for now, and put your yarn tail in. And then weave it in. There we go. And now just do that for the remaining. So these 2 and this part. There's no right way to, do it, but this is how I like to do it personally. And just pull it in. So now you can see that there is no visible hole, but there is this protruding thing, and that's pretty simple. Just push it inwards, like push your tail inwards. So now just thread in your tail, and then just this doesn't matter too much because we're going to be putting all the frills. So if it's a little wonky, no one will notice, so it's fine. Mine's kind of wonky this time, not the best looking one, but it's okay. Because this will be the top, this will be the bottom. And now just weave it in. So just poke it in. Stretch out if you don't like it that much. think I'll actually, no, I don't like that, so I'll just tie a knot instead. Just go towards the top for like the best result. And now just cut off the excess. And now just cut it off. Okay, so now we're gonna be crocheting the frill of the jellyfish. So as you can see, we're just gonna be crocheting the side where it's all frilly. And it'll look like this at the end. So to get started, we're gonna be chaining the width of the jellyfish. So circumference basically. And to do that, we're just going to be making a slip knot and then chain the length you want. So get your secondary color and just chain however much you would like. So there's no exact measurement, but what you can do is get your measuring tape and then just measure the circumference. So let me just do that. And just measure it like this. So it's around 10 inches. So I'll just crochet a little less than 10 inches. And chain less than 10 inches, so just chain. And then you can just keep measuring as you go. And there's just a little bit left. And then just measure. And I think that's good. I'm just going to do a few more chains. And if you don't do enough, that's fine. You don't need to start over. I'll tell you how to do that. So just chain 4 more. And yeah, just make sure it's a little bigger as well, as you can see here. I made mine a little bit bigger. And now what we're gonna be doing is just chain 1 more, extra chain. Now we're gonna be single crocheting in every chain. So if row 1, we're just gonna single crochet and skip the first chain and then single crochet. Single crochet, single crochet, and as you can see, I've done this much already. And I'll get back to you once I have finished this row. Okay, so now I have finished single crocheting all in every single chain. But if you have made any, less chains or you didn't chain enough, it's okay. All you need to do is just do this. So we're gonna go in this stitch, this hole right here, and then pull up a loop, then chain 1 like this, and then single crochet. And now you have another single crochet foundation, and this is called a foundation single crochet. and you can just do this if you fell short of chains. And I'll just do one. I'll just show you another one. Now just go into the chain you made and then pull up a loop. And then just single crochet. And that's it. But I did not make any extras, so I'm just gonna frog those. And this wraps around perfectly around the jellyfish. Okay, now we're gonna start row 2, which is we're gonna just be doing 3 double crochets in each single crochet we made. So basically what we do is just chain 3, turn your work, and then now do 3 double crochets. So 1, and then in the same spot we're just going to do them. So right here, do another one, 2, and then 3. This will make it frilly. Now do that in the next chain, 1, 2, and then 3. So now we have 6 double crochets. Now in the next single crochet, just do 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And as you do this, your work will start curling like this. So you just increased in all these stitches and everything will just start increasing. Now I'll just show you again. In the same stitch, you're just going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Do that one again. 3. And that's it. And now after you do 3 double crochets in each single crochet, I'll meet you when I finish. Okay, so after you have double crocheted 3 times in every single crochet, you will have this sort of spiral shape. And once you join it, it'll look something like this. So now we are finished crocheting with this secondary color, and now we'll use our third color. So just chain 1 and cut your yarn, and then pull your hook through. Now just put this yarn away and then grab your yarn. And now we're gonna do our third row. And now just make a slip knot to attach it to your frill. So grab where you want to put it. I'll just put it this side. And then just put your slip knot above your current work and just go through that stitch and then chain 1. Now we're just going to be single crocheting in every double crochet. So just single crochet in each stitch. So that's our first single crochet. Now do your second, then your third, and make sure you're doing this above your tail so you can weave your tail in at the same time. That's just less work for later. So just crochet with the tail, and then just single crochet in each stitch. and it should be looking like this. And this is the bad side, this is the side we want. So it gives like a nice color differentiation, and it just makes the whole piece look nicer. So just do this in every stitch, and once you are finished with that, we can move on with the frills. Okay, so now after doing your row of single crochets all around, you can chain one. In your last single crochet, just chain one and cut your tail and then slip your hook through, and that is that part done, the frill. And now, as you can see here on this jellyfish that I have made, we are just going to make the frills, the tentacles of two different types. So there's this white one and there's this frill one, so we're gonna make this frill one now. Okay, so now we're gonna be crocheting the frill tentacles. So for this, we're just going to make a shape like this. As you can see here in the dark blue, we're going to be making this, and it's just going to spin it by itself, so we won't need to do anything else. It'll just twirl. So to start, we're going to be making a slip knot. Slip knot like so. And then we're just gonna chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, we have 5 chains on our hook. And now we're going to be yarning over and inserting our hook into the 3rd chain from your hook. So into this one right here, just going to place it in. Whoops, let me just do that again. And then yarn over again, and then place your hook into the last chain where your slip knot is. So just put your hook, pull up a loop, and now you should have 5 loops on your hook. Now what we're gonna be doing is just chain 1. Just go through the first loop only. So chain 1. That is your foundation chain. So what the stitch we're gonna do is a foundation double crochet. So we're gonna be doing 2 double crochets at the same time, and we're gonna be chaining at the same time. So this is our chain. As you can see here, we have just chained 1. Now we're gonna be doing the double crochets. So yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, then yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over again, pull through those 2 loops. And as you can see, that is our first double crochet foundation. And now what you're going to be doing for the rest of the pattern is double crochet. So we're just going to be yarning over, and then insert your hook into this bar right here, into this stitch. Make sure you don't place it in this stitch, but in this one. So this is, we're not placing it here, but we'll place it here. So insert your hook and then yarn over, then yarn over and go through the first chain you made. So this one right here, into that chain, and then pull up a loop. And now chain 1, then pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then pull through both. And as you can see, that is our second one. So I'll just show you one more time. And now just yarn over, go through this stitch and pull up a loop, and yarn over again. Then go through the first chain, pull up a loop, then do a chain, then yarn over both loops, yarn over both loops, pull through both loops, and then pull through both loops. And that is what we're going to be doing. And the benefit of this stitch is that you can crochet as much as you would like. So if you want a shorter tentacle, you can just make it shorter, and then if you want a longer one, you can just crochet more. And I will see you once I finish with this. Okay, so once you have crocheted your desired length, as you can see here, I have crocheted about, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it is above 6 inches, but it is pretty long, and it is starting to curl, as you can see here. It's curling, and now I've decided that is how much I want to crochet, so I'm just going to chain 1 and end the round. So just cut off thread, and that is your base color. And now we're gonna grab our third color. Just 1 second. Gonna grab our third color right here. And now we're just going to be single crocheting along the tentacle. So now we're just make sure you crochet in your chains, and I will show you. So go to the starting of your work, and you will crochet on the bottom row here. So not where the nice V's are, just where the chains are. So grab your slip knot, just make a slip knot with your yarn, place it on your hook, and now we're just going to grab where our end is, so where we slip knotted originally, and we're just going to flip it over and then single crochet on this side of our work. So place this right here, and then we're going to place your slip knot in, slip it through, and then chain 1. Now just start single crocheting and get both of your ends. We're going to weave them along, and then just pull up a loop and then pull through both of them. So pull up a loop, pull through both, pull up a loop, pull through both, pull up a loop, pull through both. Then just continue along the chains. So you should be having like little single pieces of yarn instead of these V's. So there should be chains, and you should be facing the wrong side of your work, just like this, and this is the right side. Just face the wrong side, just single crochet through each chain. So you can see and now it just makes the piece look more detailed, and it will start to curl, as you can see. So let me reach the end and I'll get back to you. Okay, now after you finish single crocheting in each stitch, your swirl tentacle will start to ravel and curl like so, and that is exactly what we want. So now I'm finished, so I'm just going to chain 1 and cut your yarn, and then pull it, and you are done. And now we're going to be doing our thinner tentacles. As you can see here, we're going to be doing these. And for these tentacles, I'm going to be using the original color I used for the body. So I'm going to be using white. And just grab your white yarn. And I'm just going to put this away. And now we're just going to be making our tentacle. And this is really easy because all you have to do is just chain your desired length. So I'm just going to be doing that. So just make a slip knot. And then just start chaining. And you can chain as many as you would like. There's no need to know the exact number. Just chain as much as you would like. And I've chained this much so far. I'm going to be chaining a little bit bigger than the first tentacle I made. Okay, so I've chained this much. Now we're going to be grabbing our tentacle. I'm just going to compare the size. It's kind of small, so I'll just chain a few more. Maybe 10 more. And I'll just see how that looks. And I think I'll just chain a little more. Just 3 more. And yeah, I'm happy with that length. So just chain an extra chain and then make a somewhat long tail because we'll need this to weave in. So just pull, and that is your tentacle. So that is your first set of tentacles. And now we're going to be making 3 in total. So just make 2 more tentacles as you can see here. So we'll need 3 of the large ones and then 3 of the small white ones. And I'll show you how to make some patterns on the body as well. I just didn't do that for this jellyfish. And I'll show you how to make the chain on top. So right now all we're gonna do is just crochet the rest of the tentacles, and I'll meet you back when I have to join them. Okay, so now we're gonna connect all the tentacles to the base part right here. As you can see, the bottom of the base. And in total you should have 3 of the big frilled tentacles, so I have 3 right here, and 3 of the smaller tentacles. So to join them, we're gonna first grab all of our pieces. So grab the wrong sides, and you should have the sides that have 2 of the different ends together. So grab all of those together and arrange it in a way that you are happy with, and you can just like start twirling them for a better shape, and I'm pretty happy with that. Let me just twirl this one a little more. And now just add the thinner tentacles and grab the side where the tail is the longest. As you can see here, this one's pretty long, so I'm gonna put that where the other tails are. So just put it in the sides the spaces. You should have something like this. It's kind of messy, but it'll look okay. And now, just going to be tying both of these ends together. So just single knot and then double knot them. So that's one knot. This is the other knot. We go, and you'll get this like loop thing. So do that with the rest of them. Once you have knotted all of those, grab your ends and you're just going to want to lay them down like this. Now we're going to be attaching the white parts, so put this, I want the long one there, so I'm gonna get the short one, put it here. And now just tie a knot with any tentacle, so just tie the ends together. So that's one knot, and just double knot it so it's nice and secure. Now you're gonna tie all the pieces together. So just find like the correct way you want these to be together. Yeah, I quite like this. So you're gonna grab your purple side and tie it with the white. So you're just gonna alternate the colors. So just grab this and then just tie it together. Now you have tied all of the ends together. As you can see, it'll look something like this. It will be kind of messy, but it's okay. It'll look better once everything's attached. So now you're just going to grab all the ends together, and they should be together, so make sure they're together. And now grab your jellyfish, and we're going to be threading the needle into this like gap right here. So just grab a stitch and just slide your needle through, and then place your threads and then just stick them through. You can do this with a few threads at a time, and so your needle will not stick. So just get 2 threads or any amount and then just pull them through like so, and then you can just tie a knot with them. There we go, we tied the knot, and it's not next to the edge, so I'm just gonna undo that. I want mine to be closer. There we go. Okay, now that's nice and close to the edge, as you can see. Now grab your other tails. Make sure you grab all of them, or you don't want any visible tails at the bottom. Then just grab a stitch. So I'm just gonna grab this random stitch and then just pass the rest of them through. It'll be kind of hard to feed all of them through, but you'll do it if you just push hard enough. There we go. Now pull through. There we go. It'll be kind of hard to pull through, but that's okay. Now just tie a knot. There we go. And it kind of looks bad right now, but we're just going to feed this in. So just gonna feed this into the plush body. So just poke your needle through and stick it in the other end. Just put all the ends out. Just pull pretty hard. This will be kind of hard, but okay. Whoops, my camera moved. And just pull downwards. I forgot this. This did not knot. Okay. I forgot to tie this one, but it's okay. You can just tie it now. If you make small mistakes like this, you can correct them. So just double knot this one. Okay, now it's more secure. So now just feed these first two ones that we tied. Just feed those in. Just thread these through. And just poke a hole. It's kind of hard, but okay. Now just gotta remove it, and now you can tie a knot so it stays nice and secure. Now just poke. Okay, now cut the ends, cut the excess, and just poke a hole. Just poke it downwards. Just do that. Okay. Now everything is nice and secure, and we have our jellyfish. And it looks pretty cool, as you can see. The angle's not super flattering, but I'll show you at the end, don't worry. And now we can start by attaching this piece, the frill. And for this, all you're gonna do is get your yarn. I'm just gonna use this for now because I have a lot of this yarn. But you can use any color, it won't show. And you're just going to map it across the circumference of the jellyfish. Like this. And you can attach the tentacles later, and you can attach this first, but I just like to attach those and get that out of the way. Okay, so mine kind of might be big, but it's okay. We can easily shorten it. Yeah, but it's better to have a bigger one because you can like decrease the stitches. And I'll show you how to do that. So grab your largest row. As you can see, I think mine would be this row right here. So just insert your needle through like this, pull a stitch, and then go through. And then grab your ending, so your chains, and then stick your piece in and then go back down. So you should have something like this. There we go. Just pull. And now go back to your base and then just go through and pull up a stitch like this. Then go in the frill and then go through the same stitch you went in and go back and grab it and then go back in this stitch right here. Oh whoops, I did not have the yarn. Just put your yarn through and pull. Oh, I don't like sewing, but this is the only way you can attach the pieces. There we go, and the bond is pretty secure. Once you tighten it, it looks pretty good. And now just go through again. So pick a stitch and just go through it like this. Should be on your needle. Okay. There we go. And then go through stitch. And you should have something like this. And the end product will look like this. Once you have stitched it all the way, it should look like this. And when you get to the end, you will just sew the pieces together. So you'll use the ends and then just sew them together. So I'll just do that right now. Just sew those two together. And just sew like zigzag across them, and that's how you'll join them. Okay, now I'll do the design on top. So just thread your needle with the yarn. There we go. And now go through the center hole right here and then go through and decide where you want to place the yarn. So I like this spot, so I'm just gonna go here and just put your needle through and then go back into the center and then decide where you want to put your yarn. So I'll just put it here. I'm just eyeballing, there's no right pattern. And then you'll have a line like this, then go back into the center and then decide where you want to put it. So I'll just put it here. No, I like this spot better. Just gonna go here, then go back into the center, decide where I want to go, then go back in the center, decide where you want to go, oh hang on, my yarn got stuck. Okay, just got stuck somewhere. That should not happen, I'm sorry, that was a mistake. Then go back through the center, then go pick a spot, and then just go back in the center. Now just grab a place that's already yarn has, so like here, where your line is, just go through that stitch. And then go back and just tie the knot. There we go. Then you would just do a double knot, and then you can leave the thread as is and hang it, or you can make a chain like I did here for the previous jellyfish. And I'm just going to do the chain for now. So just or you can just, I'll just weave it in for now. So just go through this, get your yarn tail, go through, oh whoops. And just cut it off. There we go. And you have a little design. Now just make a slip knot in the beginning. And try to make it close to the body of the jellyfish. It's kind of hard to do it, but it's okay if it's not perfect. Okay, I think I got it pretty good. Now just chain. The appropriate length. I kind of made this tail long, so I want to make it the same length as this previous one. And if you are making multiple, I suggest you do the same. So make the chain length around the same height. Or if you want one to be a little lower hanging, then you can make one a little bigger. But this is up to you, your size and like your roof. You don't need a specific measurement. And I'll just chain 2, 3 more. And I'm happy with that, so now I'm just gonna cut it off. And then you're done. Now I'll just attach the frill off camera, and I told you how to do it. Just sew it in a straight fashion. And if it's kind of long, this part, it's okay. Just like decrease these rows together and you're done. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed crocheting these jellyfish. I think they turned out pretty cute and they looked so nice in my room. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Bye!